that you sent inappropriate pictures to the minors.
Yeah, it was one transgression.
Your youngest was 13?
Yeah, it was one mistake I made.
Jupiter, can I still send you pictures of myself even if I'm underage? Because I'm only 13.
It's up to you, sweetie, if you want to, because I don't mind. If you do, I don't mind. Do you plan on turning me in if I say yes?
No, I would never.
Sophia, I know that you want this badly.
Today we're going to be talking about a man by the name of Jupiter. I originally found out about this guy through one of my close friends who sent me a video of his while we were playing Rainbow Six Siege in the middle of a match we were losing. Long story short, it was so cringe I had to cut off the video, but I was a little bit intrigued by the video, so I went back for seconds. I decided, hey, let's look a little bit deeper into this guy because I'm just a little bit concerned and hell, I need a video idea. So me and my close friend and about 100,000 other people originally found this guy by the name of Jupiter through this one very cringy video that was posted on TikTok of him talking to someone via Snapchat video. In the Snapchat video I'm going to show you in 1 second, you'll see a lot of cringe, just be aware of that. It's just going to be Jupiter talking about how if you want something, take it, and how he's looking for a mate, but I have to warn you about a few other things Jupiter does. Now here are the three main things that I learned about Jupiter in the past few days. Well, one is that he likes children, two is that he believes that he's a demigod werewolf, and three is that he has children with My Little Pony stuffed animals.
Hey, Sophia. I know that you're crushing on me. I know that deep down. So here's my video to you. The reason why I want to be your boyfriend is because I need someone who's human to share my lonely nights with my human half. I need to know if you'd be willing to spend your days with my human half. And I want you to know that I love you. The reason why I'm asking you this is because my human half gets lonely, and I want to be able to see you again. And yeah, I'm using my powers right now as we speak. I'm using them to send this message. I'm using my powers to help you.
Now, I know a lot of you here are wondering how old Jupiter is. It was confirmed and revealed that Jupiter is 25 years of age. Next part of this creepy little horror film lore here that I'd like to talk about is when Jupiter would go live with a person by the name of Linda. Linda's just a complete satire character, you know, just doing her own thing, talking to a bunch of random people. It was quite obvious she was egging him on and talking about really stupid shit for chat. Jupiter kept talking about the topic of dating, mating, and marrying Linda, and then Linda would obviously play into it because that was her satire character. For example, Linda would ask him questions such as, you know, which way does it lean and stuff like that, to where Jupiter would respond with, I don't really know what that means, I need a little bit more context, and he'd be like, oh, you're talking about my downstairs area, well, it doesn't really lean any direction. There was another guy that Jupiter would go on lives with and talk to. I think his name was Lou or Lau. I don't really remember his name, but I will have Linda and the other guy's shit linked both in the description because I will be using some of the videos and stuff that they have made. The next thing I'm going to show you is when Jupiter was talking to this guy and they were talking about how Jupiter could do all this crazy shit and how he would bring these stuffed animals to lives, and he's married to one right now and he even has like 4 kids with it, but you know, he's waiting for the right human body or human host to put that stuffed animal's soul into. It's a lot of weird shit you'd probably see in the beginning or first movie of Chucky, so just be aware of that, but that's like the only, you know, example I can give you here.
Here's her hoof, my claw, cross my thumb. Alright.
Yes.
Blood of my blood, be undone. That's how I dispel the spell. Now that she has my blood running through her veins, now that she's... Oh. She shocked me with some of her powers. She shocked me. That's why I went up. What the...
Oh, testy, she wants...
She gets all testy whenever I do the dispel ritual after bringing her back from the dispel. She gets all testy with me and tries to shock or tried to do some damage to let me know that she was displeased. Sorry, Shiratora. I'm very, very sorry.
I'm
I
sorry.
just had to show them how I did that.
Yes, Shiratora, it's for educational purposes. I'm sorry, but sometimes, you know.
Yeah, she understands. She's just mad at me for having to do that. Hey, you watch your mouth, Missy.
Oh, what's she saying?
That's the reason why our kids are swearing.
You have kids with Shiratora?
Yeah, her and I have quite a few. Not gonna lie. But, yeah. That's why I said, honey, watch your mouth. Otherwise, and understand why our babies are swearing, and some of our kids swear. That's why I'm telling her to watch her mouth. Shiratora, you watch your mouth, Missy.
Watch your mouth,
Do not make me get the
Shiratora.
soap. Do not make me get the soap. So here are most of our kids.
Who's this?
Little Cherry. This is little Cherry Blossom.
Little Cherry.
And then we have little Silver Flame here. Our son.
So it seems we have an Adam and Eve situation. So eventually, do your children have to, to continue?
No, not inbreed. They don't inbreed. They find their own mate. I don't raise no animal in my house.
Ah, fair enough. So, what does,
Well, I wanted her to have a more human body, but I haven't been able to find any good human bodies that will fit her,
you wanted like a host?
Yeah, new host body is what I've been looking for, but
Where?
normally I find anything big enough to fit that description, like a human companion.
So, how typically would one go about this sort of scenario of getting a human host?
I usually had to find, like, something life-sized enough to, like, human-sized to put her soul into. I had to find a body that is the right, qualification for her. She's very picky about which body she inhabits. She's very picky. And I can't blame her, But she's very adamant when it comes to her body choices. This one seems to suit her, but whenever I ask her if she wants a new body, she's like, nope, I like this one. I'm like, okay, whatever, I'll come back to that later,
Yeah.
She's very picky about what she chooses as her body.
Now, this one clip I'm going to show you here is when Jupiter was talking about how he wanted to lower the age of consent all the way down to 15, also talking to a girl who said she was 13 and said, I'm a minor, but would you still go out with me? And he said yes. There's a lot of very creepy shit I have to show you guys, but I'm trying to do it in a smaller time frame because I'm really busy and I have something to do later, so I'm trying to quickly, jam-pack as much information into this video as I can, so I do have a few more things to show you down the line that are very, very, very weird.
Twitter, can I still send you pictures of myself even if I'm underage? Because I'm only 13.
It's up to you, sweetie, if you want to, because I don't mind. If you do, I don't mind. Do you plan on turning me in if I say yes?
No, I would never.
I'd lower the age of consent all the way to 16 if you guys wanted me to. Or I'd even change it to 15 if you guys wanted me to.
Now, this clip that I'm going to show you next is going to be Jupiter's apology video for the recent events and his predatory-like behaviors. Now, a lot of these clips were extremely, and keep in mind when I say extremely, I really mean it, were extremely deathly hard to find. I kinda find it ironic that Jupiter is from Idaho, just like Nova Online is. It's like a predator breeding ground over there. It's kind of insane.
It is with a humble heart that I, Jupiter, aka Corbin Pennell, was a pedophile, and am hated for those crimes. I ask the world's forgiveness, as well as those who I've wronged, Bree, and all those other named souls that I have wronged. Pedophilia was never really what was supposed to be. And I apologize for those actions that I have taken. I am Corbin and Jupiter. And I give you my solemn word that it will never happen again. Bree and other countless souls who I have hurt and wronged, I beg your forgiveness for the pedophilia I have done. I am not worthy of knowing if you forgive me or not. I am unworthy. And to the rest of the world, I was a pedophile, but I have seen the error of my ways and wish to be forgiven of my pedophilia crimes.
Now, this apology video, I showed you around 40 to 50 seconds of it. It's actually 3+ minutes long, so I'm going to cut it there because the rest of it is just exactly what he said for those 40 seconds, just stretched out. It's like he's trying to write an essay and trying to reach the word count, but can't. Now, one of the craziest things to me was that shortly after he made that apology video, he went on a live with a man, and the man went on to ask him the question. He said, well, some people are saying after your apology video that you uploaded on your page, you are still doing the same exact thing that you were doing before to minors. And then Jupiter responds with, yeah, I am, but I'm trying to stop.
Did. I want everyone to know that my apology video is on my page, along with everything else that's been there. And
listen. People are saying you make apologies video, but you still doing same thing.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying my hardest to try and find. I'm playing along with them until I can find a way out of it.
Listen.
Life is
only
it's
listen. You have to go psychotherapy for your mind, your very brain. You have to go from psychiatrist.
I know, and I've been trying to. Let's just say that I'm working on getting into my counselor. I'm looking into that.
So the craziest thing to me there was when Jupiter said, I'm trying to stop, but currently I'm just playing along. Jupiter's just role-playing, you know, being the predator in this situation at the moment. He's just trying to find a quick way out whilst he role-plays, but I'm pretty sure the best way out of this would just be block the child entirely, and maybe even turn yourself in. Now, the next clip I'm going to show you is when Linda and Jupiter were in a Discord call, and she asked him what his darkest fantasy was, and then, you know, Jupiter goes on to reveal that his darkest fantasy is basically murdering people. When I first was watching Jupiter answer that question, a bunch of red flags I just immediately noticed, and then out of nowhere he kept saying even more outlandish shit that I was bouncing off the fucking walls like a Looney Tune character. But whenever you do see the clip, you're going to notice straight away that this is going to be a very serious problem and needs to be dealt with and taken seriously. This is a very, very dangerous possible threat to a bunch of people in the future. We need to take whatever he says here very seriously.
What's your deepest, darkest fantasy?
My darkest fantasy is to watch all those who wronged me die by my hand. That's my darkest one. It makes me want it's just one of my darkest fantasies of doing. I want to kill everybody who's wronged me.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the one thing I'm going to say. I want to kill those who have wronged me as a person. I can make those people disappear. There's places out here in Idaho where I can bury bodies and no one would think to look.
Have you done it before?
Not really done it, but actually thought of it. There are some people I want to bury out somewhere in Melba where no one will ever think to look. There's places here in Idaho no one would ever think to look for a body.
It's actually insane whenever you watch that clip in deep what he says. It's obvious that he's put a lot of thought into murdering people. He says and mentions how there's a lot of places in Idaho where he could bury a body that nobody would think to look. But thankfully the police in his county are looking into the situation and into him as a whole. Now, Jupiter was banned on TikTok, and then he made about 2 more accounts, as to which he has not posted recently, as to the whole controversy coming to light about him being a predator. I tried to make this video as informational as possible, but the problem with that is there's not a lot of clips or anything surrounding this guy. A lot of people have them, but it's really hard to obtain them is the problem. Like I said before, the 2 people that I mentioned in today's video that were talking to Jupiter in those Discord calls, I will leave both links to their channels if I can properly find them. But also know that the girl one, Linda, she has an account on TikTok with around 192,000 followers. I think one on YouTube with around 8K if I remember correctly. I will link the one on TikTok, and I think that she did mention she's making a documentary on him, and she would be the best person to, given how she probably knows the most information on him. My last upload was around 13 days ago, or almost 2 weeks ago. I just got extremely sick, and I was sick for a very, very long time. I believe it was COVID. I've had it for about 3 other times now. If it was COVID, this would make it the 4th. But I'm back now, and I'm going to try to upload so much more, so, you know, expect a little bit of that. I might stream today, I don't know. Anyway, so that's it for today's video. I will see you guys later. Hope you have a great day or a great night. I'll see you guys in the next